Oh, perfect intro. Perfect. Absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I've definitely done a little bit of practice offline, as I said I was going to, and I have come to a couple of conclusions. One, that I definitely need some more practice, because it's the regular enemies in the desert that seem to really be giving me a hard time. And two, I have found my least favorite basic in the game. Now, I've already had people say that they love this spell, so please don't crucify me for saying this, but I'm sorry, Bending Torrent is terrible. Like, it absolutely just sucks fuck. I cannot stand that spell. Like, I even had an enhanced version of it. I was throwing everything I was finding into making it good, and the only thing I was getting out of it was just this sad feeling of I would rather be throwing fire or rocks. So maybe someone out there can show my stupid ass how to use Bending Torrent, but I just don't think it's for me. So today we are going to be trying this all-water melee-based build. Like, uh-oh, Dark Sage using melee? Are we in for a bad time? We might be in for a bad time, but you know what? I want to try it. And what made me want to go all water this time around was Submerged Strike. And it's not even that it's like overpowered or anything, though it might be. But it's just that you go completely invulnerable and just turn into a dashing wave of destruction. It's like that wave hits enemies, it pops them up into the air, it does damage, then you pop up into the air, and they pop up into the air and take damage. And it's just good, and it's fun. Like, it's the sort of, like, creative spell that I find myself really liking. I mean, you know, there is the possibility that, yeah, maybe it is overpowered. I don't know. That's the thing, I don't know enough about Wizard of Legend 2 to know whether or not something is or isn't overpowered. I know that I have my preferences. Whether or not my preferences are in any way indicative of the meta is not something that I'm familiar with. Here's what I do know. Submerged Strike equals fun. Missing your enemies with a Frost Blast? Not fun. But I do really think that melee in this game can work out a lot better than it could in the first Wizard of Legend. And I think that because he just resumed his animation from where he left off. That's not fun. Chill out. Slow enemies, or I think I'd rather just take less damage. Alright, now Dark Sage, be honest with me. When you said chill out, why didn't you say it in the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice? You know what? That was a missed opportunity. I apologize. Now, for those of you in my audience who are too young to understand that reference, there was a movie back in the 90s called Batman and Robin, which is still to this day lauded as one of the worst superhero movies ever made. And playing the titular villain of Mr. Freeze was none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger, because when you think genius cryomantic scientist, you definitely think Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Think you have the power?
Go, little Kodama, you are free! Now, I hope that I don't need to explain to anyone who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, because that would just hurt my heart. Just don't judge the man by his performance in Terminator Genesis. That honestly, I just dealt psychic damage to myself thinking about that movie. And it's not even like a fun bad movie where it's like, yeah, it's awful, but at least it's funny how awful it is. You know, like The Room or Troll 2 or, you know, any of those movies that people describe as so bad they're good. They're not actually saying that they wrap around to being good again. They're saying that they're freaking funny. And you listen to those birds, do they sound excited? Beautiful. Critical damage on Frostblade, that sounds right. I do like that with Frostblades, I can get the job done basically by spamming. Like, oh, you thought it was a good idea to stand there? Well, I'm about to show you why that was a mistake. Alright, that fight could have gone better. And you don't go into a fight, get hit in the face 6 times, and then go, yeah, I thought that was productive. Alright, how are we looking? Alright, well, there's... Hold on. Sweet. Even 1 coin is worthwhile. That was beautiful. What's going on? They asleep. Alright.
I'm only selling Arcana so that I can afford to hit the road for a while.
Alright. Whatever makes you feel better.
Esme's letting me borrow some of her paints today. I gotta go pick them up.
Alright, I have 173.
Is that the jingling of coin I hear?
Yeah, Mr. Magic Pipe. Ugh. Why can't I have 7 more coins? That's perfect.
Mulan has been visiting more frequently, now that I have more stock. The company has been nice. However, I wish she would buy instead of look.
Boy, she's probably trying to make her own relics. Alright, well, Nev Sapphire is one of those things that you probably want to start with instead of find in the middle of a run. Alright, Terrace again, because the game loves making me fight this guy. Alright, make a comment about my water spells.
Hesitation buries the brave. Are you prepared to face the might of the earth?
Are you prepared to face the might of these nuts? Owie. Okay, his punches are like his most dangerous thing just because they come out so fast. Oh, and I accidentally kicked my keyboard
To
tray.
overtake me on the battlefield like that proves your elemental potential. You may one day grow to master even the depth of the Chaos Arcana.
I would love that. Also, thank you for being nice. Because Mr. Electricity Pants, he's kind of a dick. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, do I want that or do I want the freezing blade? I think I'm gonna try this. Which means I essentially have two ultimates. But I openly admit that the that the freezing ice blades might have been the better choice. Also, yeah, Breakers of Tiamat is amazing. Oh wow, that's really good.
You and I both know strength is forged in battle.
Sure.
You won't.
Oh, baby, that was damage. Yes! We'll temporarily take this. I mean, another combat option is never a bad thing. Hello again, Hasher. Can we bring Anders back? He's less of a dick. Yeah, and you have invulnerability frames the entire time you're casting that? Oh, that is so good. I mean, to be fair, that means I have two good ultimates, because Freeze Blast is also really, really potent.
I do like this jungle. It almost feels like I am outside again, millennia after being cursed.
Like, I almost feel bad for him, but not really. Okay, we are going to take
Good
this.
cursed relic can be more valuable than any regular uncursed relic.
Except for I'm taking 50% more damage, so better not be messing with me. But I also have the Vampire's Eyeglasses, so hopefully it all balances out in the end. It's Captain Frogballs. I don't think I want to trade any of those, so I think we'll be okay, Mr. Frog. Did I just get a critical hit on one of those little minor spiders? It feels like a waste.
How about a wager, wizard? A little gamble.
Sure.
Shot.
What is without getting hit? Okay.
Luck, skill, or sheer determination. Doesn't matter. You've earned this one.
Very good. I'm glad we can agree on that. Also, I just noticed we have 420 coins. Blaze it. Oh, you're toast. Alright, let's go back and see if there's a relic that's good for our build.
A plus to being here is that I can claim I know the new Wizard of Legend personally.
I'm hoping I get to that point. Okay, well, we're definitely going to want that. What is this? Oh, that's really good, too.
If Esme offers to paint your relic, do not indulge her. She'll damage it beyond repair, and you will be held accountable.
Alright, on to Bahadur and the little gnome. I always forget the little gnome's name. Akram. Okay, one of these days I'll remember that. Owie! Alright. Good fight, good fight. No, I don't want that. I barely ever seem to remember that I've got that. Alright, since I have a lot of self-recovery, why don't I just grab the maximum health? Whee! A little area of effect I think is more appropriate. Enough so that I don't even know where the other enemy went. Boom! I really like Submerged Strike. Alright, feeling pretty good about this run. This one actually feels like it might have legs. I just hope that I'm not wrong about that. I am not a fan of those guys with the lightning discus. Yeah, they are among some of the most dangerous enemies in this area. Alright, beautiful. I love it. Oh, well that's a new alarm. Yeah, that is my glucose meter. Sorry about that. Seems like every time I try to record something, some loud noise goes off in the background and just makes me look stupid. Like I don't need my glucose monitor to make me look stupid. I can do that all on my own. Okay. So what are my relics looking like right now? Wait, not bad.
You'd be surprised how often Lenovo's rules around Arcana crafting change.
I mean, I believe you, but at the same time. Okay, Critical Berserk is really good. Honestly, I'm okay with what I have.
Your next Arcana fix.
You talk as if I'm a druggie.
You could walk away, stick to the trials, and stay ordinary. Or
Ordinary.
connect with me and discover something new. Good choice. Let's see if you're as good as you think you are.
Probably not, but let's give it a try. Beat enemies without getting hit. Damn. And of course, it's the lightning discus guys, because their discus just bounces around the battlefield.
No hit, no chance. I hope you stay this unlucky for the rest of the trials.
Wow, suddenly you're a super douche. I mean, to be fair, I know that there are other people out in the world that are even bigger douches, but come on. Now, let's not even get into, like, real-life examples of super douches, because there's enough of them to go around. Hell, some of them are even running the government right now. I screwed up. Nope. Alright, beautifully executed. Nope. You can take your projectiles and suck it. Alright, so hey, shock and awe that the Vampire's Eyeglasses critical hit build that worked really well in Wizard of Legend 1 Guess what? It still works really well in Wizard of Legend 2. Who would have guessed? Of course, you know what else works really well? Avoiding taking damage. That's a giant critical hit chance. Done. Alright, I've got 204 coins. Let's see if Hasher has anything
The
good.
Lenovan Merchant Society refuses to approve the floating lands for open trade.
Boy, I wonder if there's maybe a reason for that. Of your standard Arcana by 5%. You know what? Worth.
My first relic was one passed down from my father. When I sold it for a profit, I discovered my passion for entrepreneurship.
Wow. Hello, Anahita. It's water versus water. Alright. With just a little bit of earth.
If you let your guard down, you'll drown in your own ambition.
Same goes to you, hun. Owie. My turn. Nice. Alright. Took a little too much damage because I was figuring out her patterns.
If you think you have what it takes to be a legend, why not go beyond? Don't settle for being simply Wizard of Legend. Obtain all the Chaos Arcana, earn our approval, and become the new Chaos Master.
Did she basically just say fuck Hieronymus? I mean, again, that guy is also a super douche, but... Okay, so... We'll just have to settle for getting our health back during the during this level. Okay, yeah, that's definitely... Like, I probably should have taken that first, honestly, but... Bye-bye, Captain Battleaxe. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Like, it doesn't seem like much, but that 360-degree coverage, really good. Also, I feel like I got cheated on that trap. Flat. Also, Freezing Blast is really good thanks to its ability to just completely interrupt regular enemies. Like, I love it so much.
Thousands of years ago, I was cursed to be forgotten. But I'm still here enjoying myself, so I win.
That's the best way to look at it. No thanks.
I began collecting cursed relics 1,000 years ago. I look good for my age. Well, of course I do. I'm undead.
It's Hasher again. I don't have a ton of money right now, but if things really go to pot, I can just grab some health from him. Right now, I'm doing pretty good, though. Alright, get rid of that thing. Oh good, more health. God, I'm used to playing Night Rain. I just clicked L3 to try to start sprinting. Which, it would be nice to be able to sprint on command instead of it being like essentially a charge-up thing after you've been holding it in a direction for a while. How about I just interrupt you? Okay, this build is working out really well. It's obviously because the critical hit Vampire's Eyeglasses thing not only gives me a nice damage improvement, but it also gives you a lot of margin for error. Not to mention, Submerged Strike gives you even more margin for error. Like, this seems like a really good build just in general. So I would say, yeah, this is definitely, just like the first Wizard of Legend, this is a really good build for learning enemy attack patterns and figuring out how to handle things when you don't have these relics. Is that the good doctor? Oh my goodness, it's been a while.
You're here to donate an Arcana, I hope. I do not require blood donations. Arcana alone are enough.
Vampiric Lust. It's like, yeah, I've known for a while that Dr. Song is a vampire, but I'm not gonna lie, I have a soft spot for vampires. Some of my favorite characters that I've designed in my early days of role-playing are vampires, so... I think the cooldown for Submerged Strike is what I want. See, how are my relics looking? Alright, I'm stocked up on relics, which means pretty soon I'm gonna need to, like, pick and choose. Get out of here. Battle Axe, guys. God, they've got a big AoE. Look at that. That is so unnecessary. Run over the silly scorpions. Alright, we got 263 coins. Let's see if there's anything here that really would make a difference.
Now that I live alone, I am no longer interrupted to take breaks and have a work-life balance.
Like, is it okay that I really can't stand him? Okay, I do think that I want to see if I can make room for the fearsome figure.
Nothing beats good business.
I mean, a lot of things beat good business, if I'm being honest. Sorry, not everything needs to be about business. Sorry, that's an issue that I have with our current economic reality, is that everything seems to be about business. It's all about the money and not about the life. Hello, mummy lady, Jabara. Okay, she does that 3 times. Well, sometimes she does it 3 times. Oh no! You can actually fall down those. Oops. Okay. I'm getting a little too cocky. Alright, play this like Elden Ring. Focus on dodging and get your licks in when you can. Because shit like that hurts. And I'm getting too greedy.
If you're doing a self-imposed challenge, keep on keeping on. Otherwise, come see me.
Alright, yeah, I just got too cocky there. I was like, okay, this enemy is easy, and then I screwed up. But you know what? That is okay, because this is all about learning.
You make completing these contracts look easy. Meanwhile, I can't even cast a fireball.
I mean, to be fair, it is a level 3 wizard spell.
Orphanage rule number 1. Duck first, ask questions later.
That sounded really
Arcane
depressing.
were no joke.
Alright, well, I think that is a good way to end this particular run. I actually really like this build, and since I do have... I mean, I know it's kind of cheesing a little bit, but I do have this relic just available to use at any time. Maybe I'll start using that instead of the star trinket just to help myself learn the boss patterns and whatnot a little bit easier. I hate to say it, but this game is a good deal harder than Wizard of Legend 1, and I know that might throw some people off because Wizard of Legend 1 was already not an easy game, but don't let that throw you off. There is still plenty of fun to be had here, and yes, I do think that the full release actually does make the game better. I just hope that they keep meaningfully adding to the game. See, now what I think I should do is maybe open myself up to some online co-op. But that is an idea for another time. So for now, I'm just going to say thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you're getting as much of a kick out of this as I am playing it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care.